If you are looking at buying a home and you've been driving around, I know you've seen the inordinate amount of new neighborhoods popping up everywhere you turn. Bradenton, Palmetto, Parrish, Lakewood Ranch, Sarasota, everywhere you see new communities. And I get why home buyers are a little intrigued by the whole thing. It's fun to go look at the home, see what's out there. Everything is new. And I kind of equate it to buying a new car. Sure, buying a used car is great, but when you buy a new car, you get that new car smell and you're the first person in it. And the same thing is with a new home. You're the first person to live in the new home. But it's important to understand and realize that new simply means new. It doesn't mean perfect. New homes are built by people. And in these new communities, you have different crews going into each home doing something different. Think about it. The framers are in there. They're building the house itself and the structure. Then you've got the electricians going in, the HVAC people, the kitchen people, the flooring people, the painters, the guys who are doing the trim. It's all different groups of people all going in to do their job. Sometimes at the same time, another group is in there and they're on a deadline and they've got to finish by a certain point. So every once in a while, something might be missed. It's human nature. These people are human. To circumvent that and try to prevent that as much as possible, the construction companies or the builders or developers, they'll have what they call a project manager or a construction manager, depending on their title. And they'll go in behind everybody, oversee the project, oversee the home build, and kind of make sure things are being installed correctly, being painted correctly, there aren't mistakes. But again, just like these guys, they've got multiple properties and they're human as well, and they can't be everywhere at the same time overseeing everything all the time. They go in at different points during the home building process and check the status, check the process, see where they are, see how everything looks, is it functioning properly? But they can't do everything for every home all the time. That's why I always recommend that a buyer have their own home inspection. It's toward the end of the build, and not when it's completely built, but almost. And you have your own home inspector go in with your own agendas, trying to see what's in there on your behalf. They're representing you, they're looking for you, and they go and do a thorough home inspection just as they would on any other home. A lot of times the builder's construction manager will have already been in the property and done his home inspection, and many times they find the same things. But you have your own home inspector, you go in, you have them check everything out, see what they have, you present that to the project manager, and you get those things fixed. Here's a good example. A few weeks ago, I went into a new construction home and we were going through the home with the home inspector, and she looked up. I don't want to drop my glasses, but we all looked up and she pointed it out. And the one of the AC vents was not lined up perfectly. It was kind of cattywampus, and it wasn't centered, and it wasn't over at the side like it normally is. It was just kind of, oh yeah, I got to stick one up there. Let me just put it right here. And it looked funny. And so I made the point of pointing that out to the construction manager, because I know in my heart of hearts, every time I would go in there to go to the bathroom and look up, that would be the thing I'd see, and it would drive me insane. He said no problem. He had the HVAC guy go back in there, redo the vent, and then they went back in and put more drywall around it to correct the mistake. So they're very accommodating, but you are going to have mistakes. The biggest thing that you need to realize is that even after all that, sometimes sometimes issues pop up after closing that just happen. It happens whether the house is 1 week old or 10 years old. Something always happens. The great thing about new construction is when it's something on the list of what they will fix and they're warranted for the year, they'll come in and fix it, no big deal. Small things, they may ask you to go ahead and make it the repair because you are the homeowner and it's time for you to take responsibility for it. Those are little things like caulking. If you've got a screw loose, you know how to use a screwdriver, go fix it. If you got a little caulk along a baseboard where it didn't quite go flush against the wall or flush against a cabinet, get a little caulk gun out there and go shink, 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 and fix it. It's easy to do it. If I can caulk, anybody can caulk. But those are little things that you just need to be prepared to do on your own. But just understand that just because it's brand new doesn't mean that something's not going to be broken or something might have been missed. New construction is new, but it's not perfect. I'm not anti-construction new construction by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I love it. I love to tour communities and I love to look at the different homes and see what's available. And if it fits a buyer, I'm going to be the first person to send a buyer to a new community. I've done it 100 times. But I know the limits and I know what you can do and what you can't do. So don't get all up in arms over, something popping off. Just fix it or call them and have them come fix it. They're very accommodating. That's it.